company that we have selected for our assignment is ForceFusion. So ForceFusion is a foundation established with instilling inspiration and purpose within young innovators in the fields of STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics. So the members of ForceFusion are primarily students. So these students originate from Helmond and Fontys Hogeschool, who are most commonly engineering students. So the two groups work in collaboration on proposed projects that are listed by ForceFusion itself. Once per annum, FIRST, which is an American organizational body that is synonymous with the beliefs of young innovators in STEAM, hosts a robotic tournament in which ForceFusion competes. In preparation of competing at FIRST's robotic competition, it is necessary to obtain information of the attendees for the purpose of organisation in case of emergency contacts. However, as ForceFusion itself is registered under the Netherlands and the Dutch government, the occurrence of breaches in relation to GDPR have occurred in the past. Therefore, it's no longer feasible to use the previous platform of Google Docs to gather the information which was used primarily. So the ruling body of ForceFusion has requested that we, as a group for our assignment, formulate and devise a personal information collection form, one which complies with GDPR rules and regulations, whilst also being efficient and inhibiting privacy issues.
The theory we are going to use with our product is the technology acceptance model, also called the TAM, which is an information system that lets users come to accept and use the new technology. So we want the users to accept the new way of getting all the data of them. The goal of this model is the actual system use. It's also the last block of the model, and it starts with the perceived usefulness and the perceived ease of use, which is the perceived usefulness is like if people need to understand that it's useful and where it's useful for, and the perceived ease of use is that people understand that it's easy to use and how they will use it. If that is clear for the users, then it's the attitude towards using will change, and they will more likely accept to use the new system. We want to use this model so that the users will accept the new way of collecting their personal data, and they will understand that there's the privacy is still secure and that there's not another way that their personal data will be used.
So, this brings us to the question, why this subject? Well, firstly, privacy concerns and privacy laws are largely disregarded in the student community. As young adults, we pay little to no attention to how our information is being used and profiled online. In addition to that, as we've seen from the technology acceptance model, ease of use and perceived usefulness are main factors in embracing technology. However, students fail to see that there are other means of achieving these factors without relying on the crutches of the most famous or widely used websites. Therefore, the social issue needs to be addressed in the student community. Besides that, the social influence of not taking these privacy laws seriously is seen as cool, or if you do take them seriously, you're seen as being overbearing. However, this coming from an engineering community raises serious questions about the future of our technoethics. Therefore, our team decided to tackle this issue at its core and deal with how privacy laws are concerned when collecting people's personal information. We decided to apply the diffusion of innovations model to see what kind of target audience we were dealing with. Our team did a quick survey where random members of ForceFusion were asked if they would be willing and able to stop using Google Forms in order to secure their privacy and comply with the GDPR. It came as a shock to us that 64% of the team was not aware of the security concerns of the GDPR, and over 48% thought it was unimportant to fix the security breach. Over 78% of the team thought privacy is important, but switching from Google Forms would make the process tedious and inefficient. This goes to show in the diffusion of innovation model that despite these students being engineers who are seen as innovators and early adopters, they are actually on the edge of being the late majority in adopting technological changes in the workplace. This model allows us to focus on the steps we need to take in order to make our recommendations embraced and understood in this community.